So a little bit of championship news. QPR have been fined £42 million. Come to a agreement with the Football League over the financial fair play. This has been rumbling on for a long time. So in 2012, the FFP rules came in, and QPR broke them in 2014 as they gained promotion to the Premier League. So they lodged an appeal, and this has been going on for a while, but they have now agreed to pay the fine. So it's a fine of £17 million. QPR are also ordered to pay the cost of the EFL, which comes to £3 million. There will be a transfer embargo in January, so they won't be able to sign any players in January, and the club shareholders will pay 21.965 million of it. So yeah, this has been rumbling on for a stupidly a long amount of time, but finally it has been sorted. So the chief executive has come out and said that they feel that they could have appealed it, and but they felt it was better to put the matter behind us. I feel like if you wanted to appeal it again, I think you should have. That's just me. But Sean Harvey, who's an absolute waste of DNA, he said that he's happy that they've got what they wanted. So in 2014, they were still owned by Tony Fernandez, and Harry Redknapp was the manager, and they went on a bit of a spending spree that year. They signed a lot of experienced players. So they signed Danny Simpson, who's obviously gone on and won the league title. Richard Dunn, very experienced. Carl Henry, experienced. Charlie Austin, who's gone on to do okay. Gary O'Neill, which is another experienced player. Matty Phillips, Yossi Benayoun, so Aaron Hughes. And then they had a ruck of loanees, including Nico Crancher, Kevin Doyle, Rafael Morrison, and Benoit Asso-Ikoto. And they ended up finishing fourth and beating Derby in the final to gain promotion. They got relegated the next season. So it didn't really work out for them. But I think you're allowed to spend around 60-ish% of your turnover on wages and things. I think that's the rule. And QPR spent 195% of their turnover, and I think a lot of it was covered by Tony Fernandez. So he tried to get around it by basically sort of cheating the system, but they've not got away with it. Like I said, this was a problem that was going to happen, but it's a lot of money. To to pay back, and it might be quite hard to to sort this out. It'll be a struggle if they're in trouble next season, which I don't think they will be. But there's obviously a possibility. Then that could mean really bad things come the January transfer window, because every team will be able to strengthen and QPR will not be able to strengthen. But they only got themselves to blame. There is no excuse for being 195% of your turnover being spent on wages. I suppose they just thought at the time that they'd go up and stay up, but that obviously hasn't happened. And it's been going on for a while. But at least it's come to a conclusion, and now everyone can move forward. But as as annoying or whatever term you want to use for this situation it is for QPR, it is good to see that they not care, but they show that their FFP system is used, if you know what I mean. And that's really important to show that there's faith in the system, because if there wasn't, then everyone could just break the rules. As seen really by the Champions League, it AC Milan broke the rules fair and square, but they seem to have gotten away with it after originally being fined. So, at least they're showing that, and it's gone on for a long time. They could have just given up on it, but they haven't. They've kept going and got the result that they wanted, which is really important and really good news for the EFL. Hopefully they'll use that money that they give back to for good things, but I doubt they do. But at the end of the day, this could spell a bit of trouble for QPR should they be struggling next season without being able to sign any players in the transfer window. They finished 16th last year, and they Ian Holloway left, and then they brought in Steve McLaren, who's had a decent amount of success. I think he might have been manager that day in the playoff final, but for a while now they've just been signing players on small fees or free transfers. The last time they bought anyone of real significance was a couple of seasons ago, and then since then they've been signing players on cheap deals, free transfers, or whatever. So once they have this monkey off their back, they can really start to spend again, but hopefully within their means. But it is good to see it. It's good to see that it works, if you know what I mean. Even if it's not very nice for them, but it's good to see that financial fair play is working. And has shown that it's really important. At the end of the day, they can show that it's really important that everyone's on an equal playing field. Not necessarily an equal playing field, but there's no excuse to be over 100% over what you're meant to be spending. There's no excuse for that, and that has been sorted out today. Finally, after 4 years of it going on, it's now been put to bed, which is absolutely fantastic. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be covering the EFL a lot more over the course of the season, so if you are new, hit subscribe to stay notified. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Mike, and I will see you soon.